Welcome back to AM Northwest. It's a salad recipe from the country of Georgia that uses walnuts, not in the dressing, but as the dressing. Here to share a recipe from the July-August edition of Christopher Kimball's Milk Street Magazine, we welcome back their editorial director, J.M. Hirsch. How you doing, J.M.?
Hey, how are you?
Good. Your life is pretty good for you. You're at your cabin on the lake. Must be nice.
I know. I've never got to come to you from here before.
I love
It's
it.
a nice break.
Yeah. So tell me about this salad.
So the reason I love this salad, and by the way, is the perfect salad for the end of summer because you're using up all those tomatoes and all the cucumbers that are kind of overrunning the farmer's market and the gardens. But what I love about this salad is that it takes a very different approach to the dressing of a salad. We tend to think of salads as beginning with the olive oil and the vinegar, to kind of build the dressing, and then you add flavorings to that.
Yeah.
In Georgia, they take a very different approach. They start with the flavorings. In this case, tons of garlic and really nice, nutty, creamy walnuts. And they build the dressing from that so that they actually are more important to the dressing than you add a little bit of oil, you add a little bit of vinegar, but not much. It's really the juices of the tomatoes and the cucumbers combined with the garlic and the walnuts to create this really almost pesto adjacent dressing.
Oh,
it's delicious.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good.
All right, tell me what we do here.
All right, all I've done is I've sliced up some cherry tomatoes or some grape tomatoes, but use whatever tomatoes you got. By the way, today, I know you guys are going to post the recipe, so your viewers will be all set. But today, here, we're going to measure with our heart. We're just going to do whatever feels right to us, okay?
I like that. Measure with our hearts. Yeah, I do that often in my kitchen.
It's the only way to cook.
Yeah,
so we've got some chopped up cherry tomatoes here. And now we're going to focus on our dressing. So I'm going to use a mortar and pestle.
Okay.
But if you have like a little mini food processor, this is the perfect opportunity to use it. And I've got 4 honking cloves of garlic here.
Wow.
Whoops, throwing them around too. In Georgia, you'll find that they use maybe 15 or 20 cloves of garlic for a recipe like this.
Oh, wow.
It's a little aggressive,
yeah.
But also their garlic is a little less potent than ours.
Oh, okay.
So, they can use
Is it more like elephant garlic, their garlic?
Yes,
okay.
Exactly. And I'm going to throw in a little bit of kosher salt.
Okay.
And now I'm just going to bash this up. And I'm telling you, this is where the therapy comes in, because cooking should be therapeutic.
I have an observation to make, besides the fact that you're clearly relaxed at the cabin on the lake. But something is different. Did you get like a new haircut? You're not wearing your glasses?
I'm not wearing my glasses.
Yeah.
I'm getting old. I can't see with my glasses on anymore.
Okay.
It's kind of sad.
I love the look. It's a relaxed JM.
Thank you. This is summer JM.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Lake life is a relaxed life.
I love it.
The cocktails are poured a little earlier at the lake.
I hear you.
So all you're doing here is mashing up your garlic, mashing up your walnuts. You can do it as coarsely or as finely as you like. And that's why I say, if you have a little mini food processor, this is a great opportunity to break it out. But if you have some issues you want to work out, get out mortar and pestle and have at it,
I tell you, you're shaking up that camera with your aggressive therapy there.
Oh, am I knocking it right? Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. The lake life.
Yeah.
All right. So what we've got here is pretty coarse mash. Can you see that? And it's a nice coarse mash here. And I'm just going to give it another couple stirs here with the pestle. There we go.
Okay.
All right. That's about it. Now, set you aside. Now, to finish assembling the salad, we've got our cherry tomatoes. And I'm going to throw in a little bit of chopped red onion.
Okay.
And a little bit of chopped green bell pepper, but you can use whatever type of pepper you like. This really is more about the dressing, and I mean it because you can add whatever you like, and in Georgia, this is the classic combination. But in lake life, in your life, use whatever you've got.
Okay.
I've also got some English cucumbers, which I chopped up. And this, by the way, is also a great salad for scaling up to feed a crowd. Just add a little bit more of everything.
Sure. Okay.
Now, we're going to toss this around. And to get the juices flowing, I'm going to salt our veggies.
Okay.
That's going to help draw out the moisture from the tomatoes and the cucumbers. It's also going to tame the red onion. But we really want those juices from the tomatoes and the cucumbers to come out, because those are going to make a lot of the dressing. They're going to mix with the garlic and the walnuts, going to loosen everything up and become really delicious. So now we're going to take our coarse paste of walnuts and garlic.
Okay.
I'm just going to add it right in. There we go. Perfect. All right. We set you aside. And then we start tossing. And again, all of that goodness, that crunchy, creamy goodness from the walnuts and from the garlic. And it's going to start to emulsify, not in the classic sense. You know, we're used to dressings emulsifying in the sense that you take an oil and a vinegar and maybe some mustard or some mayonnaise, and you emulsify those. This is going to come together a little bit differently. So it's going to be more, like I say, pesto adjacent. It's going to have some crunchiness to it.
Okay.
And I don't know if you can see, but it is actually creating a paste that is coating all the vegetables. And that's what I love about this. Now, I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper here, because why not? And then we're going to throw in some fresh chopped parsley.
Love it.
Cilantro also is good.
Yeah.
Again, add as much or as little as you'd like. Okay. That's the beauty of this salad. Oops. We have a runaway here. There we go. And
that looks so pretty.
Now, I'm also going to add, this is very classic, you could add fresh chilies, slice them on a mandolin, just shave them right in.
Right.
Classic is a little bit of chili flakes.
Oh.
And again, add as much or as little as you like.
Sure.
Put that over there. I like more heat. The husband likes less heat, so I try to find a balance. You know, you got to compromise in
Sounds
life,
like my marriage as well. I hear you.
And that's it.
Okay.
So now what we can do is spoon some of this gorgeous salad out. And you can tell it has a really nice creamy consistency and dressing on it. It dresses it really well and really thoroughly. And again, the potency here is coming from the solid ingredients. The dressing itself is those solid ingredients. It's those walnuts and the garlic that we mashed up. And again, if you prefer, oh, by the way, I forgot to give it a little drizzle of olive oil.
Just a little,
Just a little drizzle of olive oil. And if you want, you can also give it a little drizzle of vinegar. Not necessary, but it can brighten things up.
Okay.
If your tomatoes aren't at their prime. I just did a bare splash.
Love it.
Also traditional in Georgia would be a little drizzle of pomegranate molasses.
Oh, we were just talking about that. Yeah, love pomegranate molasses. Absolutely.
It's nice and sweet, nice and tangy. It takes the place of vinegar in many recipes.
Yeah.
And it kind of gives it that burst of kind of just like fresh, tangy sweetness, and it makes everything come alive.
JM,
do it or don't do it.
I love it. We're going to put the recipe on our website, KHU.com, and check out the July-August edition of Christopher Kimball's Milk Street Magazine. JM Hirsch, you're the best. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.